Salutations, mini mathematicians! It's Video Bar again. Thanks for being here. Let's keep going on page 16 in your module. I'm on page 16. Are you on page 16? Let's track with the directions. Ready? Do you have your trackers out? Thanks. Good job. Circle the operation you're going to perform. Solve using a number line for the following addition exercises. So the first thing we want to do is be circling the operation. The next thing is we're solving using a number line. We're going to do 8 and 12 together, and then you're going to do the other ones with your group. So let's take a look at 8. What operation are we doing? We are adding. That's the operation, the math operation that separates the two integers. Integers, positive, negative numbers, no fractions, no decimals. Where do we always start on a number line? We always start at 0. So starting at 0, we need to go up or down? Down 3 because it's negative. And then it says we need to go down another 9. So when we go down another 9, we end up right here on our number line. And that ends up being negative 12. Nice work. Sometimes it's a little hard to count those little intervals, but you can do it. And then number 12, where do we start? Oh, what's the first thing we should do? Circle our operation we're doing. We're adding. So when we're adding, we always start at 0. And we're going to need to go right or left first? We're going to need to go right all the way to 20. And then from 20, we're going to stop. And then should we go right or left 8? We should go left 8 because it's a negative. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8. And we end up right here. So what's our sum? Our sum is 12. Wonderful. Please pause the video for 2 minutes. 2 minutes and you and your group can finish 8, 10, and 11. Thank you for pausing the video for 2 minutes. Awesome. Let's see how we did. On 9, we started at 0, we had to go down 4, and then we had to go down 4 more. We ended up at negative 8 on our number line. Nice work, mini mathematicians. On 10, we started at 0, we had to go to the right 6 because of positive, and then we had to go left 6, and we ended up back at 0. These numbers are additive inverses. A number and its opposite add to be 0. On number 11, our sum is negative 1. We started at 0, we had to go left 9, and then we had to go right 8 to end up at negative 1. We're at negative 1 because we're to the left of 0. Great work. Let's turn the page. Wow, look at these directions. Okay, let's read the directions and track while I'm reading them to you. For each context, do the following. 1, or A, use a number line to model the problem situation. B, answer the question in the context. C, write an addition expression to show the sum. So we have to be using addition. We need to use a number line. We're not using chips in this lesson. And we have to answer in context. Perfect. So let's look at 13. Remember, when you have a word problem, you need to read the problem twice. The second time we read, we'll underline important information. An osprey bird flies off the ground and reaches 35 feet above a river when he sees a trout. He then dives 37 feet down to get the trout. How many feet below the water does he end up? Now let's underline the important information. An osprey bird flies off the ground. Well, when you're at the ground, you're at 0. And reaches 35 feet above a river. That's positive. He sees a trout. And then he dives 37 feet down. That's going to be negative. How many feet below the water does he end up? Where do we start with our number line? Where do you start at? 0. He's on the ground. And then the bird went up 35 feet. Then we stop with our number line. And then he sees the trout, and what does he do? He dives. He dives 37 feet. So there's 35, and then 2 more to end up right there on our number line. Interesting. So what number is that on our number line? That's -2 because it's 2 below 0. So B, in the instructions, B is saying answer the question in the context. The question is, how many feet below the water does he end up? The bird ends up 2 feet below the surface of the water. We wouldn't say he ends up -2 feet below the water because feet is a distance and distance has to be positive, but we can talk about above or below to talk about positive or negative. And then part C says an addition expression. Well, where did we start? Okay, we started with 35 and then we added a -37 feet. That means 35 plus -37 must be -2. Excellent job, mini mathematicians. Let's do one more together and you can do the next 2 with your group. Number 14. When a stoplight turned green, Zach increased his speed to 47 miles per hour. He then saw a sign and increased his speed by 18 miles per hour in order to drive the exact speed limit. What is the speed limit of the road Zach is driving on? I love doing this when I'm driving my car and I have those signs that say how fast you are. I always want to make sure I'm exactly perfect, driving the right speed. So let's read again and underline important information. When the stoplight turned green, Zach increased his speed to 47 miles per hour. Obviously, he was at a stopped red light, so he was at 0. He then saw a sign and increased, we're going to add again, his speed by 18 miles per hour to go the exact speed limit. What is that exact speed limit? So we start at 0 on our number line. And then what do? We go up all the way to 45. Then do we go up again or down? Oh, we're increasing, so we're going to go up again 18. We're going to go up by 18. So from, we had to go all the way up to 47. I was off by 2. We're at 47 and we have to go up 18. And we get all the way to 65. Really nice job. So part B says, how do I answer this in a sentence? The speed limit is 65 miles per hour. Good. And in an addition expression, 47 plus, because we added another 18, is equal to 65. Nice work, mini mathematicians. Let's turn the page. You have 2 more word problems to work on. I would like you to work on these with your group for the next 5 minutes. So please pause the video for 5 minutes to finish the next page. Thank you for pausing the video for 5 minutes. Awesome, let's see how we did. On number 15, since you walked 3 miles from your house, that's a plus, to the store, and then to the store you meet up with a friend and walk 2 miles back towards your house. How far away are you from your house now? So we start at 0 where we started from, and we need to go to the right 3 because we walked 3 miles away. Then we walked 2 miles towards, so that means we are 1 mile from my house now. 3 plus -2 equals 1. Make sure you're adding a negative and using those parentheses because we can't have those 2 signs next to each other. Otherwise, I wouldn't know which one's my operation and which one's my sign. We need to be clear with when we communicate. Let's look at 16. How did we do? Well, because you rode your bike 12 miles, we started at 0 and we went to the right 12. But you got a flat tire, so you had to turn around and walk your bike back 4 miles. So we had to go to the left 4. Once we went to the left 4, we noticed we're at 8. So how far are you from the house when Mom picks you up? You're 8 miles from the house when Mom picks me up. Or I am 8 miles from the house when Mom picks me up. The expression is 12 plus parentheses around the negative 4 equals 8. Really nice job, mathematicians. Let's turn the page. Chip models! Yay! Okay, let's read the directions together and track with me. Please make sure you are tracking on page 19 with me. Circle the operation you're going to perform. It's the first thing I always want you to be doing because soon you're going to be subtracting. Model each integer addition exercise with chips and tiles. On the left, this side, we're going to do chips and tiles. And then we're going to use a number line on the right. And we're going to record the sum. What does the sum mean? Oh yeah, that is the answer to an addition problem. So let's take a look at 17. I'll do 17 with you, and you can do the rest of the page on your own. 17 chips and tiles, 8 plus 9. So I'm going to circle the plus so I know that's my operation. I need 8 positive tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should I fill them in? No, don't fill them in because they're positive. If we filled them in, they'd be negative. I need to add 9 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many total positive tiles do I have? 17. Notice I didn't make any 0 pairs. Now let's look at our number line. I'm going to start at 0. I'm going to circle my operation again. I need to go to the right 8. And then I need to stop. And then I need to go right 9 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And when I do that, I end up at 17. Great job. I think you can do 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 in 4 minutes. So please pause the video for 4 minutes and let the mathematicians finish the page. Thanks for pausing the video for 4 minutes. Awesome. Let's see how we did. Number 18, the sum is 5. We have 7 positives, 2 negatives added, 2 0 pairs with 5 positives remaining. Remember, for our number line, we start at 0, go right 7, stop, and then go left 2 to end up at 5. 19, your answer is 1. For our chip model, we started with negative 5 tiles. We had to add 6 positives, which made 5 0 pairs, resulting in 1 positive tile. For our number line, we started at 0 and had to go left 5. Then we stopped and had to go right 6 to end up at 1. Then for number 20, we have our sum of negative 5. We need to start with negative 9 tiles. We had to add 4 positives. After we got rid of 4 0 pairs, we were left with 5 negative tiles. For the number line, we started at 0, had to go to the left 9, stop, and then go right 4 to end up at negative 5. Really nice work. 21, we had to start with negative 6 tiles, add negative 8 tiles to have a total of negative 15 tiles. For our number line, we start at 0, went left 6, stopped, and went left 8 more to get to negative 14. I personally prefer the chip model because I think it's really quick and easy to work with and undo and make 0 pairs. Great job, mini mathematicians!